Hello and welcome back to Dukascopy TV. With me in the studio at the moment is Vazey. Together we're going to be discussing the interest of investing now in Africa from Swiss and Russian companies. Eric, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure for me to be here this afternoon.
Great, it's a pleasure to see you as well, Eric. Now, if we just start off by discussing some of the trends perhaps that you have seen from these different Swiss and Russian companies for investing in Africa.
I would say in the last few years, the main investors, whether in Switzerland or in Geneva, are more and more in Africa, and they invest massively. For example, groups such as Vitol, Novel, Real Grapefruit Commodities, Glencore have made themselves an important place on the African continent. With reference to Russian presence in Africa, apart from Gazprom, Renaissance Group, Rosneft, Lukoil, I would say that Russian companies are still at early stages. Russian companies have solid know-how and strong experience in many sectors. For those reasons, I do think that is very, very big challenge for them to be in Africa.
The trends you mentioned are the evidence speaks for itself, but where would you say the main interests lie?
I would say that there are many investment opportunities in Africa. All sectors are concerned with a focus in oil, telecoms, gas, energy sector, mining, and food.
So even that in itself offers a lot of opportunities. But Switzerland is a financial hub. It's a safe haven for investors. So therefore, what value position does Africa have?
Well, during the last 10 years, African continent has registered annual growth rate over 5%. Furthermore, some nations, such as Zambia, Gambia, Ghana, and Mozambique, have become champions of growth, reaching rates above 8%. It's huge. Moreover, Africa offers the world's highest rates of return. For example, the market index S&P Africa posted an annual return of around plus 21%. For all those reasons, I do think that Africa is just a credible investment destination.
And it's obviously becoming a very up-and-coming destination, as you mentioned, but how do you see these trends progressing in the future?
In the future, with a long-term approach, companies can be hugely successful. Within 20 years, Africa will account for 20% of world population. We are talking about more than 2 billion people. Furthermore, within 20-30 years, in the global economic order, Africa will be the equivalent of Asia in today. However, production costs will be significantly lower than in China or Asia. Therefore, bring closer the great African economic potential with Russian companies will represent a great and important challenge for the Russian Federations and its economy.
And Eric, we've spoken about the trends there, but you're coming at this from the legal side of things. From your firm, how are you approaching these different trends, and how are you positioning yourself accordingly?
I would say that as a lawyer based in Geneva, we have many partners in African countries to overcome barriers for ourselves and support our clients, European and Russian investors who are seeking attract greater investments in Africa. We work in many countries across Africa in challenging business opportunities. We are also in connections with the key institutions to improve the ease of doing business and ensuring business successes for the benefit of all.
Okay, well, Eric, it's been a pleasure chatting to you today. Thank you. And it's great to hear about so much which is going on. Thank you for coming in and telling us all about it.
Thank you again for your kind invitation.
Thank you. Okay, well that's all from Eric and myself for the moment, but make sure you keep clicking back to Dukascopy TV for many more exclusive interviews. Goodbye for now.